Okay, so Libra, what have we got going on for you for August? Beginning of the month, this is Hermit in reverse. So Hermit is a card of just, he's a seeker of the truth. And the high side of this card is being completely devoted, because he's a card of devotion, completely devoted to the truth and light and illumination and the light that shines forth from the truth. Because it's in the reverse, it means isolation. And it means, feeling like a hermit means feeling cut off from others. Or it could just mean loneliness. It could mean isolation. Whenever this card appears, the high side is that you do have this devotion to the truth. So because it's in reverse, what it's telling me is that you may have discovered some piece of the truth that is making you feel isolated or lonely. You're feeling kind of just like it's a lonely time, or you're cut off from things. Hangman tells me that too. These two in combination, and Hangman's in reverse too. So it's not the high side of Hangman, which is enlightenment and acceptance of one's own unique self. But because Hangman's in reverse, this is actually in reverse because this is the card as it is upright. So Hangman in reverse means, having a hard time with feeling singled out and feeling like you are being put on display for all your differences. These two cards tell me you feel a little bit excluded from society right now. You're feeling a little bit lonely, a little bit solitary. But this card, Four of Swords, is a card of taking time out to think about things, taking just a rest, just checking out for a little while. Again, this one's in reverse too. So this is Four of Swords. Four of Swords normally just means being at peace, recouping time from in between battles, going within, resting. It's a real recharge card. The fact that it's in reverse tells me that you need a recharge, but that you may not be able to get one, or that you may be resisting the time that is being spent alone. All of these cards in reverse say, that Hermit's a loner, Hangman is persecuted for his own individuality. Four of Swords is take time out of battle. The fact that all of these are in reverse tells me you're really resisting this time being spent alone. Or you're really resisting spending any time alone. You're really afraid of it, or it's in shadow, like you may not be making good use of it. If you are spending time alone, that what you're thinking of is not peaceful. Like it's either dark, or that you're feeling a little depressed, isolated. But it really could be, it's a really good time to reflect. The high side of all these cards is a good time to reflect upon truth. Good time for insight. Good time for really looking things straight in the eye. It's a good time for accepting all the beautiful things about yourself that are unique and different from others, and saying that's a good thing. It's a really good time to recharge those batteries and just take a time out from the world and say, what is it that I need? What can I put at rest? Four of Swords just says, I'm not going to participate in battle for a little while. I'm taking a time out and recharging. But all these in reverse say it's really hard for you to do that right now. Eight of Wands, also in reverse. Eight of Wands is a card of information, news, things happening swiftly, getting that last puzzle piece to unlock the puzzle. It's saying that things are 80 to 90% complete. They're all lining up. Because it's in reverse, just like the rest of these, things are going slower than you want it to. You may be in a place where you're having to spend time alone, and it's really taxing you because you're having to be patient and wait, and things are not going as quickly as you'd like them to. So the first part of the month is really you reconciling with yourself and feeling this resistance of spending time alone or just with yourself. I would say take the opportunity with that in all the high side of those cards. It's a great time for reflection, time out. Time out is a good use of the energy that's coming up in the first part of the month, even though what the cards are telling me is that you're resisting it. Don't resist taking a time out. That's the message, and have patience with it. It's not going to happen as fast as you want it to. You may not get the information you need or that you want. Middle of the month, interesting. We've got Queen of Coins and King of Coins in the center. And then I've got Lovers cards in reverse here. There's this, and Victim card, 8 of Swords in reverse here. There are some major relationship dynamics going on here. This is maybe why you've been spending some time alone and it's been hard for you. Queen of Coins is looking away. This Queen of Coins she's down to earth. She is, a queen of resources. She often has a good way with money. She can both bring it in and spend it. She's good at managing it generally. She's kind of like a nurturer type. She's good with like animals and kids and just holding down the home fort. She's in reverse and she's looking away from King of Coins. So these two are a natural pair, Queen of Coins and King of Coins, but they're in opposition right now. King of Coins is feeling a little victimized. Or if this is you in the situation, you're feeling a little victimized by it. 8 of Swords is a card of I feel stuck, I feel trapped. And it usually has to do with your thoughts surrounding the matter is what's making you victimized. This person can always cut her blindfold on one of the swords and her binds and just walk away. But because she remains there because her thoughts about the situation are trapping her. So she stays stuck. So whatever it is in relation to this relationship, Queen of Coins, King of Coins, this could even be a couple that you're tangling with, but this tells me there's some sort of relationship issue, especially with Lovers in reverse. This is the Lovers card as it is, but because it's in reverse, definitely relationship problems. You're having difficulty reconciling. King of Coins and Queen of Coins are having difficulty reconciling, and someone feels really victimized in a situation. Absolutely. They feel like stuck, but it's your thoughts about the situation that are keeping you stuck. So that's what's going on in the middle of the month. And especially Queen of Coins. Here's what I'll say. Queen of Coins focus is on the problem with the relationship or the problem of status of relationship. Maybe there's no relationship there. And that's what Queen of Coins is saying. I wish I had a King of Coins. Or he may be saying that she's focusing on the lack of relationship, which is Lovers in reverse. King of Coins is feeling victimized. He's feeling like it's my problem. It's all about me. I feel like I'm stuck in this. So he's not seeing it as necessarily a problem in the relationship. He just feels like a victim. And that could be you. I mean, it could be who this definitely says husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, close person. There's struggles there. However, this is interesting. At the end of the month, Ace of Coins tells me that's a new lifestyle, new possibilities. Ace of Coins means the world's handing you new values, new way of being, new seeds to plant the garden. I see Ace of Coins as, you're being handed something to create this garden, walk through this arch and start a new life. So this is new possible beginnings. And because it is in alignment with this Lover's energy and Hermit energy, it's kind of saying, maybe there's something wrong with relationship right now, or what exists. You want a relationship, or the one you have isn't fulfilling to you. You're tired of feeling alone in the situation as Hermit. Ace of Coins says there's new possibilities here. Do something different. Begin a new chapter. That's what, towards the end of the month, there's that opportunity for that. So look out for that. And 7 of Wands is traditionally struggle. But it's also, I always point out that it's a guy who's in a good position. He's standing at the top of the mountain fighting people off. But he's actually, it's a card of standing up and defending what you believe is true and asserting yourself. So if there has been a way in which you have, with these cards, felt isolated, felt persecuted for your own individuality, this, towards the end of the month, is saying, no, I'm willing to stand up for what I believe in. I'm willing to assert myself, and therefore I'm creating a new beginning. I'm creating a new way of life. So 7 of clubs, even though it means fighting things off and struggle, it also means advantageous position and willing to stand up and fight for what you believe in. I think that can create an Ace of Coins opportunity. So these cards go together for me, especially in relation to relationship and not feeling isolated. And it's also holding your ground. So keep that in mind at the end of the month. Be sure to hold your ground. You've got a nice situation coming from that. And then also at the end of the month, these are interesting together. This is Page of Cups in reverse, and this is 5 of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups normally is a willingness of the heart. Cups represent heart and emotion, and this fish leaping from the cup represents a fascination with what could be, putting one's heart out there, the leaping heart, if you will. So Page usually represents willingness, optimism, matters of relation of the heart. Because it's in reverse, there might be something blocked there. You might not be as naive or willing or open-minded as you used to be. And then 5 of Cups means grief or sorrow. In 5 of Cups, it's normally, you see the 3 cups spilled in the foreground and then 2 cups still standing in the background. So what these cards say to me in reverse is that all is not lost. Even though you may have lost some of your open-heartedness or I won't say naivete because that goes usually with fool, but willingness to just put your heart out there, even though you may feel like this card says maybe you're feeling a little cynical. Maybe your heart's been broken. Maybe you're just not as willing to put your heart out there because you've had to fight for it so much. But these 2 together tell me, there's something that you've had, some sort of heartbreak. There's something that you're grieving over. There's something that's on your heart. And maybe it's hard because you've had to fight for what you believe in to create this new, you want something in this relationship to change or break. And there's some sadness involved with it, but there's also your heart is still open and willing, but maybe you're just protecting it a little bit, because the way I read cards in reverse is that energy is there, but it's in shadow or it's being suppressed. So you still have this willingness of the heart, this Page of Cups, enthusiasm and, eagerness with the heart. But because it's in reverse, it's telling me you might feel a little gun shy, or you might feel a little slighted, or, what do they say that once burned, twice shy? That's kind of the feeling I'm getting from this card. And there's a little bit of grief and loss. So how I could read this is that there's some sort of relationship problems here. You stand up for what you believe in, create a new lifestyle. But if you go back into dating, then you're feeling a little bit like, I'm still sad about the old relationship. I'm a little hesitant to jump into a new one. Even though you have that energy, like, I'm letting this one go and I'm willing to start a new one. There's a little bit of like, maybe I'm shy about it, or reapproaching the old relationship. Your heart is a little reserved. But I think standing up for yourself and asserting your beliefs, you're in a good position for it. It does create a new lifestyle. So even if this comes about, it's still better than having this conflict with lovers not being fulfilling and feeling like a victim, definitely. So there's a lot of interesting things going on here for you, Libra. It's saying, for me, it's a lot about relationship this month for you. The beginning of the month feeling isolated, feeling feeling like it's really hard to be by yourself, and whatever that means, depression, non-self-acceptance, feeling isolated, feeling separated, feeling like it's hard to take this time out. You need to take a time out by yourself and just spend some time by yourself. Get right with yourself. That's what these cards are saying. This middle of the month is the focus of the dynamic of the difficulties in the relationship. See if you identify more with Queen of Coins, noticing the problems of relationship, or victimization, or both. And then towards the end of the month, stand up for what you believe. Like, just, even if you feel like you're always struggling. This is a card also of, success despite struggle. So it's a card of asserting yourself. And therefore, this new beautiful beginning comes, new values, new lifestyle. And that's in alignment with this. So even if you come out of it through this struggle, feeling like, my heart, I don't know if I'm willing to wear my heart on the sleeve. I have this willingness to put my heart out there, but it's a little, it's a little just shy. It's a little wary. It's a little cautious. This is a cautious heart when it's in reverse. Still there though. And then this is grief, maybe sad about what had gone on. Maybe, focusing on the sorrows of what you lost, but yet there's still cups available to you. And it's in reverse, so the grief is not as large as it could have been, there's still opportunity here if you assert yourself, if you stand up for what you believe in. You may have a cautious or wary heart after that, but it's okay. You still have the energy of willingness.